I got to tell you, this is my favorite.
I know.
The Bulldozer, man. This is a great-looking truck.
Guy Wood out of Missouri. You love this truck.
I do. I just love the look of this thing. And guess what? We got in Bulldozer camera. Look at this. We're going on board with the big steer.
Well, this should be truly a lot of fun because, you know, where else could you see what actually goes on but inside the truck? Guy Wood ready to go. Brand new, first time out for this body, Ralph. Well, it's close off the line. Let's take a look halfway point. Maybe Guy Wood just a little bit in the lead. The Dragon Slayer is going to need to stand on it. The Bulldozer looks, yeah, still just a little bit out. You line the poles up. Guy Wood got it crossways a little bit, but it's a Guy Wood's win.
How about those big horns? Come on now, Mike. You got to love that horn.
Well,
look at that thing.
I like it, Ralph. And it's a Chevrolet. You can see the design on it. I like it. But I'm not just crazy about it like you are, you know. I'm not planning on having one built to drive on the streets next week.
Well, we're going to go on board with all those horsepowers and the big horns. Look, what's he doing inside the cockpit?
He's working on his rear steering. He's operating the rear steering and operates off of a lever down on the bottom of it. He's finessing it around the corner. Now he's got his hands back on it. Goes to the rear steering again. Watching. Now this brings the back of it around. It's electrical control through hydraulics. Now he just has to stand on the motor up over the cars, about 5 cars. Look how soft that landing was.
It's amazing. There's a lot of work going on inside. It's not just a matter of standing on the gas in one of these big things. You really do have to drive.
Everyone puts their steering in a different place. Guy Woods on the woods. Guy Woods is on the dash. Sometimes it's on the left door, so you control it with your thumb.
We got to teach him how to come swinging out on the horn, though, not crawling out underneath. Got to come out through the window and swing on the horn. I think that would be good.
No doubt about it, Ralph. You can kind of teach.
To me, has monster truck written all over it. Bulldozer.
Well,
it's
a big bulldozer.
I love the horns, man. And the ears on the C-pillar.
Yeah, you're liking all of it.
Yeah, I go for the whole thing.
Well, we're inside. Would this be inside the head of the bull?
Actually, I believe the camera might be inside the bull. Yeah,
it's inside the head of the bull.
Yeah, inside the head of the bull. Yeah.
Do you like the Dragon or do you like the bull? Well, let's see who comes out on top. Right now, it's the bull by about a half a truck.
He was quick in round number 1, don't forget.
Boy, he has been quick all night. Oh, no.
Here goes the pole.
Took the pole out. They're getting off the finish line.
I think my bull's going on to the next round.
Bull may... Well, I'm going to have to see this. I mean, these guys will get an official call from the...
Look at the fake hair, man. You got to love the... See the ears back there on the bead pillar?
You're loving every bit of it, aren't you, Ralph?
I love this truck. Dragon Slayer's a good truck. He's quick.
Donovan.
Good race.
It has a Donovan in it. Let's see. Right at the finish line. Now we'll find out which one. Was it the Dragon Slayer?
Oh, that's close.
We're going to have to get some kind of official word from the USA people.
Suspension cam. Look at this.
Design. This is the Bulldozer truck with the beautiful head of the bull on it.
I love the ears on the bead pillar. I mean, that is just classic. Look at that.
You like that?
I do like this truck.
The truck grows on you.
It does. It's fun. That's what it is.
It is fun. But you know why it can be fun? It's fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we saw this truck going very well as he's going to go up against Dragon Slayer, the truck that won our obstacle course competition. The Bulldozer truck was quick off the line of the start of the obstacle course competition. So he could be a real player here as you look at our suspension cam in the drag racing competition.
All you need to be is quick off the line. It doesn't take long in the drag racing portion of this. You leave hard, finish hard, you're there. And Guy Wood is great when it gets into this part of it.
So in the near lane, it is the Bulldozer. In the far lane, it will be the Dragon Slayer.
Side by side, and it should be a great race. Let's see if guys get it off the line.
The horns will move on.
It's a good race, though. A very good race. In monster truck racing, it is short. You need that instant response from the starting line area. You want the truck to squat, hook, and fly. And that's what it did. So it will be...
Here's a look at the replay. Now watch how that big Bulldozer just settles right into the ground. See that rear end just sit right down? Look at the difference in the nose compared to the Dragon Slayer.
Bulldozer down, Dragon Slayer up. In that particular part of it, you wanted the nose down. Guy parks the bull.
Nose the driver truck is going the Bulldozer.
I'm down here with Guy Wood, the driver of the Old Boy Alberto Smokecraft Bulldozer. I tell you what, the bull is just stomping.
Yeah, we had a little trouble that second round. We got a little crossed up. Craig got me on that one, and now we came out and we're doing the straight line racing, and it's a horsepower course is what it is right now.
Well, he had great horsepower. Back to the high horsepower of Ralph Shaheen.
What you see on the right of your screen, which is going to go on the near lane, and the far lane will be the Dragon Slayer.
Popular in Texas, it's a hook 'em horn sign.
Yes, it is.
Guy
Big snout with a ring in it, ready to go. There's the Dragon Slayer. Horns all day, baby.
We are going to go arms and bulls in the final.
Yes, sir.
There's your ears that you like so well, Rob.
Right there on the beef hill.
Smoked craft. Boy, they make some great jerky, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Wonderful stuff.
Well, watch the snout come right at you. Don't want to get gored by this beast. Pretty run. Solid beating, too.
Oh, yes. Yeah. By about a mouth.
So, in the final pairing here, the two 3D trucks.
Now, the bull,
So the Bulldozer, right there you're looking at it, snout first, going up against the biceps of Samson. Both trucks leave exceptionally well. This is a toss-up.
well, it's going to be driver reaction time. Patrick probably a little more horsepower in his truck.
There is no Christmas tree here, too, by the way. They're watching our flag man. That is what decides. When the flag moves, they're gone.
They don't tarry long on the starting line. When Harbuck gets ready to go and it starts to move the flags, you're going to see two guys go for it.
Pick your favorite. Bulldozer in the far lane. Samson in the near lane. And Bulldozer with a great jump. Boy, the Bulldozer truck got a tremendous lead.
Hole shot was unbelievable. Now, it was just really, really close. The finish was very close. Did he leave a little early? That's going to be a decision. Let's see.
Look at it moving. You can see it moving first.
But now,
Yeah, look at Samson come on strong in the finish. I think the horns got there.
maybe by a nostril. Now, this is the bull truck. Doesn't land like that. Comes off the car.
Kind of died, didn't it, at the end there?
And I think that's why Patrick came onto him quick. I think that the motor may have gone away on this truck right there at the ending.
Well, let's go down to Walt Yarborough and find out what they've decided. Is it the horns or is it the biceps?
Well, it is the horns that was the winner. And I tell you what, Bulldozer, his first time out on live television. Guy Wood, what a job you did.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of ourselves tonight. It was a good race. Dan Patrick's really tough competition. I'd like to thank Alberto and Smokecraft for all the support, Technique Towing, and Twin City Auto Body, and all the guys back in the shop for getting it possible for us to be here this weekend.
Well, I tell you what, guy, it was a great job. Brand new truck, the Bulldozer. Back up to you, Ralph Shaheen.
Well,
Two three-dimensional trucks all at the same time. I don't know. Ralph is just up here grinning from ear to ear.
and I love, for those of you that saw our earlier telecast from Des Moines, I guess it was, where we first saw Bulldozer, he's got the new aerodynamic horns. He's been in the wind tunnel with this truck. Guy Wood has tilted the horns down. Better coefficient of drag. He's going to be quicker, I'm telling you.
I'm glad you said that, Ralph, and not me. All right. We're learning a lesson over that first race.
Snake Bite's about to take a bite out of the bull. I think maybe the bull got him back, Mike. If they came up that final corner, I think the aerodynamic horns made the difference up the straightaway.
Ralph, I think that sounds great, but I don't think the horns had anything to do with winning that race.
No?
No. But it was good.
It looks great.
And I think they all went to school on Dan Patrick's lesson.
They sure did, didn't they? Both trucks got a much better flap in than did Dan Patrick, and they did exactly what you talked about they needed to do. So Bulldozer gets credited with the win. That means he's got to come back and match up against Bigfoot. Here's how he did it.
Well, the bull is snorting when it comes off that set of cars, isn't he? He's looking right down the recliner. Now, here's his swing. See how he's completely off the throttle right in this area? That
Trucks
coached him
from the
across.
obstacle course. Here was the fight between Snakebite at the bottom of the screen, the big green truck, and Bulldozer, the big horned bull.
Well, guy in the Bulldozer truck got over that set of cars extremely well and then did a tremendous job on this car with bringing the truck sideways across the turn, and I think that's where he won it, and that was in this turn.
That made the big difference. Technology-wise design then is the bull. So
Both of these trucks surprisingly this portion of the part of the race. Oh, he's in trouble. That cost him at that point.
Wow. There was stuff flying all over the place. We're still waiting to get the official word on that one. I'm still not sure who picked this one off.
Looked good on that set of cars. There wasn't a problem, but watch when he comes over this set of cars, he gets out of shape. You're not going to see it at that portion. The Bigfoot is in line, gets all the tires, everything over the cars. I think that the bulldozer truck got a little bit off to one side.
Well, first they gave it to Bulldozer, then they said Bigfoot.
Well, Ralph, you're looking at a couple of race trucks. I don't know where the reptilian came from, but that is a bovine, you're right.
And a good look at those new aerodynamic horns.
I think the original horns were steer horns. These are bull horns.
And what would you say about those fangs?
Those are tough. Those hurt. I mean, you know, guess when you mess with the snake, you get the fangs. Is that what happened?
And the driver of the Bulldozer sitting right there inside the eyes.
Guy Wood. He's really a nice person. His daughter's Christy here, and they were originally going to name her Holly.
They still need to get smoke and flames out there. Yeah, they do. We need to talk to Guy about that. I don't know what you do with the fangs, but we need smoke out of the nostrils on the bull.
There's Sky Wood.
Now, you know, there is a problem with the Bulldozer as well.
What's that, Ralph? Help me out with it.
Well, you know, the teeth on the Bulldozer, on one side, he's got a chipped tooth.
The left side of the truck, there is a chipped tooth on the Bulldozer. I don't know anyone that does dental work on bulls. Ralph, I mean, I know what you're getting at, and Ralph, there's the chip.
Yeah.
There's the chipped tooth.
Just about.
Wait a minute, right here.
Yeah.
There's the chipped tooth on him. No, I do not know a bovine dentist. I know a dentist that's big as a bovine, but I don't know a bovine dentist.
Snake bite in the near lane. Bulldozer in the far lane. The first round of competition with the monster trucks in the drag racing format.
Now, Ralph, you have become quite the expert on this.
Oh, yeah.
And I respect, like Randy does and Katie does, I respect your input on this. Which one of those trucks is going to win?
Bulldozer.
I didn't think I had a problem with that.
I'm a fan, man. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I like the snake bite, good-looking truck, love the flashing eyes and the big fangs. Bulldozer's got me one over right now. Good-looking truck.
Tell you what, they haven't brought you pizza.
Wow, that was some good launching there.
I couldn't tell you. My vantage point didn't allow me to see the winner of that one.
No, me either. And Bulldozer gets the win.
And you are the man.
I guess I am starting to figure out this monster truck stuff.
Yes, you are.
I think it's all in the horns, Mike. I'm telling you, the aerodynamic horns are the key to this deal.
Watch this truck leaves so well, and I think it's keeping the truck down on the ground. What put him in the winner's circle this evening?
Well, maybe it's the fact that when they laid the horns out, put more weight over the front of the truck is in front of the jumps. It's flour. They put the flour down there to give the drivers an idea of where the ramps are to the jumps.
I think that's a really neat idea. Outside they're doing that, but it's much heavier. It's called snow.
It's just old baking flour. Oh, Bulldozer left him.
We will have to check to see what exactly happened on that. Dan Runte very seldom gets left.
He might have had a problem.
All right, let's watch the starter's right here. Let's see what happened. No, he leaves.
Dan just got left at the line.
He took a nap. I really think that's what happened. I mean, to me, that looked like they absolutely picture-perfect run. We had a good shot there. We had the flagman. The truck never moved until the flagman raised the flag, and when it did, your bull was on top instantly.
Well, see Fred Parkson down there with him. How's he doing, Fred?
Well, Ralph, Guy Wood storms the arena with the bull. That's a major upset there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we've been running pretty hard, and we're pretty fast off that line. That's what counts. If you get off that line right away, you got the race, you know, with these one set of cars like this.
Looks like Bigfoot might have been sleeping at the line, eh?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Alberto Smokecraft, Technique Towing, Twin City Auto Body, and the guys at Tire Bargains for all their support.
Great. Guy Wood with a big upset in the drag race. Ralph, back to you.
Well, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich could slow you down.
Not a lot. You know, I mean, you had one earlier tonight, and you've been on top of everything. That guy's having a good time with the truck. Ralph, I know you don't have to tell me you love it.
My man, Guy Wood, and the Bulldozer. And folks, as always here on TNN Motorsports, we have breaking news for you. If you take a look at David Morris and the equalizer, I had a one-on-one conversation with Guy Wood, and he told me he's been doing a lot of research and development. He's going to have smoke blown out of the nostrils of the Bulldozer shortly.
Oh, then that thrills you to death, doesn't it, Ralph?
To no end.
I can see the gleam in your eye.
I am much more excited about that than the possibility of ever having a banana Slurpee, let me tell you.
Ralph, the Bulldozer won't make the cut tonight.
He's winning it all. Here we go.
We are at a bad vantage point. I really couldn't tell who won, Ralph. Okay, it was the Bulldozer.
Thank you.
You're happy. You're gloating, Ralph.
Ever since he's gone to the aerodynamic horns and turned them down, this truck is a killer.
You think that brings the nose of the truck down, lets the front tires get on the ground, and runs quicker, right?
It's monster truck aerodynamics, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Ralph.
Let's take a look at the replay of this one. Watch how it's done here, Mike.
Beautiful job in the turns. He is absolutely flawless. Comes out of the turns. He's big on the horsepower. Never backs out of it. Uh-oh, the left front tire did not look like it was turning when he landed. The right front tire was turning. I just wonder if he has an axle problem that he doesn't know about on that left front tire.
The nose of the bull.
Okay, Ralph. You love it.
All I said was the nose of the bull.
I know. It's the way you looked at me. I've got you down. You're a bull kind of guy. Watch the haul, boys, right there on your screen. Haven't won one this year, and they're going to.
You think he's going to beat the bull?
Sure.
All right. Executioner is a tough truck.
I'll have to admit, Ralph, the bull is tough, and where else would the bull want to win but in Texas?
That's right. In a stockyard.
Oh, no, they've broken the other truck. The Halls have...
He's going to gore him if he's not careful.
The Halls have broken their other truck. And it may be another transmission problem. That truck left well, but when they would have been going to second gear, it stopped.
Well.
All right, Ralph, I've got to give it to you.
Well, it all takes place right on the starting line. Watch it, right? The obstacle portion of the night, 60 points to Guy Wood.
That'll be hard to overcome when the executioner is sitting back there with 40 points. The other two trucks are in trouble. He's going to have a real tough time catching it.
Now, there's a look at the point standings after the obstacle course. Dozer gets 60, Executioner, the Equalizer, and Jerky Maker round out the field. So the Hall brothers with some work to do.
And they're going to have to hurry if they're going to make the drag racing, which will come up shortly. These guys, you know, two of them on the team. That's how big their team is. There's Guy Wood. The thing about these monster truck drivers, there's not big, huge teams that travel with them. there's maybe a wife and a husband, as in this team, a couple of brothers, or maybe just by yourself.
Let's go down to Fred with Guy Wood, our winner.
Guy, it's a strange way to win, but you're in there.
Yeah, we really don't like to win that way, but we'd have to take the win, I guess. I'll tell you, we've been working hard on this truck. We blew up a motor in Kansas City, and we've been working like madmen getting it back together, new motor, new transmission, and I owe all that thanks to Twin City Auto Body and Technique Towing and Crystal City Auto Parts, and also Alberto Smokecraft for all their support this year.
Great. Look forward to seeing you in the drag race.
Thanks.
Back to you, Ralph.
Well, so far the bull is raging here in Beaumont. The obstacle course win. We're going to step away from
I'm
Beaumont.
a happy foot camper.
For Mrs. Galloway, that's all I have to say. For Mrs. Galloway. So, Bulldozer on the right side of the screen. Executioner on the left. And we know Executioner can get a good jump out of that lane.
Well, never count out Guy Wood. I gotta say, Ralph, you're catching on to monster truck racing quickly.
By a horn! By a horn!
You think so?
I know so.
Oh, we gotta look.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I believe you.
That bull is raging tonight, Mike.
And you know what that makes him?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, baby.
Well, it's fitting that in a rodeo arena, the Bulldozer would be the winner. By the snout. He got him by a snout.
Now, when he blows smoke out of the nose, will that count as an extension for the finish line?
And the crowd here in Beaumont loving it. As the big bull wins inside the rodeo arena. And does that not fit?
Yes, Ralph.
The racing in a rodeo arena, the bull's got to win.
Yes, Ralph.
Guy Wood has earned himself, along with Jim Hopkins, a banana Slurpee of choice.
The double extra large size.
They are our King of the Hill in each of our two divisions. So Guy Wood gets himself a bye round in Indianapolis. Jim Hopkins adds to his status and his legendary status in his Bronco. Fred?
Guy Wood, the Bulldozer, wins by a nose, literally.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we're working real hard out there. We got a new motor in the truck, and I'd like to thank TR5252 for all their help and support. I'd like to thank Matt Wood, State Farm Insurance, for all his support, too.
Great. King of the Hill tonight. What was the key to the race?
Well, just quick off the hole, watching that flag. That's a big important thing when you're out there. First guy leaves on the flag is going to win. Such a short course.
That's great. Back to you, Ralph.
All right, Fred, thanks. Thank you to Guy Wood. Congratulations to him, man.
You bet. I'm down here with Guy Wood out of Blackwell, Missouri, the Show Me State. The truck you're showing us right now, Guy, is beautiful. It's the real 3D dynamics. How do you like that?
I like it a lot. It's a neat thing. The kids enjoy it. We're having a lot of fun with it this year.
Of course, 10 years of driving conventional trucks. Is it any different driving a truck like this?
You got to get a little more used to it, especially with the front end being a little bit wider. But we catch on real easy with that.
The monster trucks, they're big, they're huge, they're four-wheel drive. I know you steer a car with or a normal truck with the front wheels, but I believe you use the back wheels on these too.
Yeah, we use the back wheels. It's a lot faster for us to do the turning courses. We'll be able to slide the back end around real fast over the cars and get going.
Well, I'll tell you, Guy, we wish you the best of luck tonight, you and the Bulldozer. And I tell you what, this rear wheel steering is so important.
Truck. Guy came out. I think they've worked on this truck a little bit to change the pill in it. The truck appearances have changed. You love this truck. I know you do.
It is great. Look at the horns on the top of that thing. And then we said the nose ring. We forgot to mention the teeth above the wheel wells there in the front. It's fantastic. A 1997 Chevy pickup. And he's only running 502 cubic inches. Does he have a real big disadvantage here?
Not really, because a track like this is going to be the low-end horsepower. Chevrolets are very well known for the low-end torque on the big blocks, and that's what it's going to take. Makes his home in Blackwell, Missouri. Been driving a long time, drove some of the famous trucks, and I've been around Guy's racing career for probably 10 or 12 years, something like that. He is a wonderful young man. Very nice, very considerate, and I hear a little thunder.
And they've been signing autographs down there for the young fans, but they have all fled up into the grandstands as they get these things fired up and ready to go for the first obstacle course race. Again, this is Bulldozer versus Bigfoot, and they'll do about a lap and a half around here and finish right in the center over the trucks.
Now, they leave going over that first little hill that you see in front of them. That's a short run. You're going to let the truck settle just a little bit in the middle. Then you'll go hard on the throttle to clear the second car. let it coast a little bit around the curve, and then hard shot it down for the other car.
And they get a good start, and now Bulldozer, Bigfoot actually looks a little bit further ahead. He catches a pole, though. Here goes the Bulldozer over the last set. And Bigfoot is going to go across first at that point, but now as they come to the finish, Bulldozer's going to charge it. Very close, and it does look like Bigfoot, but he clouded that pole pretty good.
Well, we're going to have to get an official ruling on that, but it was a good race. I think both of the guys were a little bit more out of control than you would normally see them, whether that's for setting in the truck, or for a long period of time, or what it is. I just don't think the guys were as smooth as that round that they should have been.
Well, here's Bulldozer making his turn, Mike.
All right, the tires are cut, but he gets real wide and gets over this whoop, and I don't think he wanted to do that. A lot of guys want to look at the truck lean, but he's hard on it, bringing the rear end around. The tires are broken loose. They're spinning. He's got the truck cocked, ready to go for the finish line.
Well, Bulldozer and Bigfoot have made it through. We're trying to get a ruling on it. They're going to take a look. Right there in the middle of the screen is where Jack Harbaugh is. Harbaugh? I said that wrong. Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, I'm from Indianapolis. What do you know? I don't know what I'm saying.
Here's Jim Harbaugh right there.
And he's going to wave the flag and get them going down there. So when they see the green, this is for third place in the obstacle course, worth 40 points.
Very important, because 40 points, we've seen people come out of this race, win this drag racing, and still take this championship, King of the Hill.
Good look at the front of the Bulldozer. Getting ready now, revving him up. 1,500 horsepower coming at you on the obstacle course.
We're going to see two different drivers. I don't think you're going to see the mistakes. I don't think you're going to see the problems that these two guys had on their first run. I think this run will be just smooth as silk.
Jim checking him out, gives him the green. Good start for both trucks. No problem over the first set of cars. And now they'll go over the set of 5 as they come down. Big lead for the Dozer.
Big lead for the Bulldozer. I can't understand what Sampson's problem is tonight. Truck's just not working.
And Gene Patterson having all kinds of trouble as Bulldozer takes a huge victory. And now Sampson will come across in the second place. He'll finish 4th tonight, worth 30 points.
Well, there's the Bulldozer.
Good job for Lowry's, their sponsor there, for beef jerky. Let's take a look. And the rear steering that you talked about earlier, let's see how he does this here, Mike.
Watch this. This guy really is smooth. See the tires when they come over? You want them now. He's just starting to bring them out. They're cutting it in. The tires are turned. What you need to do, see how they've got them all turned to the one side. Truck leans well, but the tires are automatically straight when he goes for the finish line area.
That's right. They actually have a button on the shifter bar there that they press
there.
and straighten the alternative thing going, I think.
I'm not going to touch it.
You're not going to go there,
no,
are you?
I'm not going to go there.
Hey, we got side-by-sides here. They're going to run the same type of format. Our first matchup is going to be Bigfoot and the Bulldozer. The winner of this is going to move on to the semifinals, but this is round 1. The first time the folks here in the Denver Coliseum have seen them go side-by-side. They're staging now.
Rante has got to be a favorite in this because this is his expertise. He is very strong in this.
Man, you tell me, very close.
Shutoff was close.
And they almost headed out the exits there, and I could not call that one. That was such a good takeoff for both of them. They both got great traction off of the line. Mike, we're going to take another look. Good jump coming off, and guess what?
I believe it was.
Yep, going to be Bigfoot.
Watch this area right in here.
Coming to a stop. Oh!
When he gets to that, I wonder how high he's going to have to bring the RPM to make the clutch come on.
There was a good look at the Bulldozer. He was the fast loser from round 1, and so he is now going to be bracketed with the equalizer. Again, the winner of this will move on to the finals as they get staged and look for the flag from Jim Harbuck. He points to him. They say thumbs up, ready to go. Great jump for the Bulldozer. And, Mike, that was the difference.
Well, we know now that the RPM had to come up real high to make the truck leave, and he just couldn't make it leave quick enough with the RPM that he needed. Bulldozer, lost the first round but come back.
Well, we're going to take a look at it again. They had to put a big piece of jerky up front there because he just chewed his way through this.
That's a good run. That is what? Fender
Very
and a
nice.
half. Even though he lost the first round, he can still come back and be king of the hill.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. And he'll get her backed up there. and parked for the moment because we still have to see Sampson and Bigfoot come out and take their run. And also flagman Jim Harbuck. Getting the thumbs up and ready to go. There it is. You call that one because that was tight.
Well, I'm going to call that a very good race.
I think they're giving it to Bigfoot. I believe, actually, the Dozer. They are saying Dozer took that by a nose ring.
By a nose ring. Good job.
And look at Guy Wood. Is he happy? He has beaten Dan Runte in the Bigfoot.
Well, look, they're going to need to get the calculators out to figure this king of the hill.
But, folks, see if you can see. This was close.
Well, he leads. The bull leads.
Man, oh, man, oh, man. I wonder if we'll be able to get that second angle, because earlier we saw that showed a little bit different side of things.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is a good, close race.
Take a bow, Guy. That was fantastic. He's going to come over and take a bow right now. He's probably going to take a bow with our own Walt Yarbrough, and we'll see if he's lined him up for a winner's interview. There he is. Hey, Walt, what's going on with our winner?
Well, I tell you what here, we got Guy Wood down. He won the drag side by side, but I tell you what, it was tough.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you, D2 is a real tough competition. To beat him, I feel really good. I did a good job tonight for Roberto Smokecraft, Technique Towing, and Twin City Auto Body.
Well, I tell you what, the bull had some rough times and some good times today, but that side-by-side, you were able to pull it back. Would you go just for low-end horsepower?
Yeah, that's what it was, low on horsepower, and I took third gear that time going up the ramp, and that kind of gave me a little bit more of a shot out.
What kind of RPM were you bringing your clutches on at?
About 7.
About 7,000?
Oh, yeah, she's running. She's hot right now, I'll tell you that.
Well, I tell you what, the Bulldozer was blowing smoke when it took down the foot, but it looks like the overall points you won the side-by-side drag is going to be the Bigfoot. Let's go back upstairs to the professor of truckology, Mike Galloway. He'll tell us.
Here we go.
Oh, Ralph, come on. Now, this is cut and dried any way you look at it.
Executioner, the red and white truck. Against, yep, the bull.
You love it.
I do.
Know it.
And they told me they've been working on the R&D of this truck. They think they got the smoke out of the nostrils thing handled.
Oh, would that make my season?
Oh, it wouldn't mind, I'll tell you that much. 1,600 horsepower and smoke out of the nostrils. That's a cool truck.
You'd look good in that, Ralph. You really would be.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'd have fun sitting in front of my house, I can tell you that much.
Just blowing smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what you do anyway, sitting in front of the house? Blow smoke? Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Mike Galloway. Thank you. Well, there's the Executioner truck.
And
so that one run pretty good already.
The Maniac beat Executioner. Oh, look, Ralph, look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got smoke coming out of the Bulldozer.
I don't think they got it, but the smoke was there. I'm impressed.
I got a feeling we'll see it again before the night is over.
If he wins, maybe he'll be back on the smoke button.
Kevin Pugh putting him in a position.
Brother against brother, but they won't let up or give up. Bull out with the lead. Good tight turn for the bull. Gets in a little trouble sideways over that.
Oh, that could get close right there.
Very close.
Oh! Almost stood the bull up on its horns.
But I think that he's been to bull riding school and saved that.
He did a great job with it. See some more of that smoke. All right, well, let's watch this again now. There it is.
Oh.
Yes, sir. We got smoke out of the nostrils, folks. We told you you'd see it first here on TNN, and you did. And the finish of the race.
Yeah, that was tight. You're right, Ralph. There was a very close moment or two in there when they were almost touching on tires. Then the truck gets up on two wheels, takes out a pole, and sets it back down. Fortunately, the smoke came out and no problem.
Could be one of the highlights of the motorsports season for 1997 on TNN Motorsports.
Ralph,
how great would that be?
Can't you be satisfied with anything? Cannot you just, it's blowing smoke out of it. But next you're going to want venom to come out.
You know what? I would like to see the tongue come slithering out of the mouth of this. There you go.
You know what I'd like to see, Ralph?
Me shut up and go home?
Thank you. No, just kidding, Ralph.
Bulldozer
and snake bite. Ralph is in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Two three-dimensional truck, and Ralph is out of the trouble.
Holy cow, this thing's like quick.
Look at the turn. That where he is just striking back. Sky Hartley is the man on the mission.
I'll tell you what, Bigfoot's got his hands full tonight.
Sky Hartley looks great.
He came to play, didn't he? Sky Hartley came to play tonight.
Smoke when we say the Maniac's running extremely well.
Maniac is running very good. As we said, it had some problems with penalties in the obstacle course portion, but it looks really good. Here we go. Well, maybe my bull ain't done yet.
That was over with at the starting line. Anytime you can cut the flag that close and leave about a truck length in front of your competition, this is over with. These races are too short to catch up.
Watch this. Here we go. Bulldozer in the parlay. Man, he read Jim perfectly, didn't he?
Just absolutely perfect. The bite on that track is awesome.
Watch the bull. Stand up.
Rears his head and runs. Here is that is a great, great race, Ralph.
Well, this is the one.
Oh, Ralph got both of them.
I know, but I'm not going to be a bandwagon fan. I'm sticking with my bull.
I knew that. I'll take the snake.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to see a big red cape come out there.
Yeah. Well,
that's a bad bull, but that's a tougher snake.
I'm telling you what, this snake is serious tonight.
Sky Hartley is so pumped at this moment, Ralph. I think he could probably walk and pull it across the line.
Mike, there's a lot of steam coming out of the bottom of the Bulldozer before it took off. Anything to worry about?
No, nothing. Not at all. Not at all. It's just coming out of the motor.
Let's ISO the Bulldozer here and taking a look at her. Get an idea of what it did.
Trouble. Truck got out of shape a little bit. When it gets onto this concrete, though, it's just like on glass, and the truck just starts to slide. Paul did a great job controlling the truck, spinning it around, bringing it to a stop. Excellent driving on his part.